This past week, President Obama unveiled the American Jobs Act on the House floor. The program is a mix of payroll tax cuts and new investments in things we need to do anyways: repair schools, build up the nation's transportation infrastructure, and save homes that have fallen prey to foreclosures. It's important to note that economists from both the right and the left agree that the measures proposed in the new jobs plan would work. There's now going to be a debate about whether the plan goes far enough, but no one debates whether it will create jobs. They just wonder how many, and is it worth $450 billion of taxpayer money? What happened to the days when the president could go on the television and just motivate the American people to step up and do the right thing? Last week, I made a suggestion on this program that would immediately generate new jobs in America, and I have to say, I've never received such a tidal wave of emails. Most were pretty supportive, but there were some folks that called the idea naive, and some went so far as to call me anti-business. For those who say that rejecting overtime will cause the American worker to fall further behind the world in terms of productivity, well, here's a fact that you may not know. The American worker is the most productive worker in the world, and not by a small margin either. Every American worker produces 10% more goods and services than any of their counterparts on foreign soil. So my very simple, and by the way, completely free suggestion was to call upon American workers not to accept paid or unpaid overtime, because this single act would cause employers to open up somewhere between 5 to 10% new jobs in this country. That's why last week I said overtime is unpatriotic. Make no mistake about it, when you accept overtime, you're taking a job away from a fellow American. I don't happen to think that asking Americans to voluntarily help out their country is naive. Most people I know love their country, and many have given their lives for it. So I don't see where asking Americans to sacrifice a little overtime so that new jobs can be created is naive. Think about it. Compared to the alternatives, it's a sacrifice many of us would be willing to make if called upon to do so.